The hidden cost of credit cards. Carlos had always heard that credit cards were the key to getting anything you wanted without having to wait. One day, while walking through the mall, he saw the phone of his dreams. His salary wasn't enough to pay for it in cash, but the salesman told him, "Don't worry, my friend. With your credit card, you can take it home today and pay little by little." Carlos smiled. It seemed like a great idea. He pulled out his card, and within 5 minutes, the phone was his. What he didn't know was that he had just taken his first step into financial disaster. After that first purchase, Carlos started using his credit card for everything. Restaurant meals instead of cooking at home. Brand name clothes he didn't really need. Vacations he couldn't afford in cash. He always thought the same thing. "It's fine, I'll pay for it later." The banks made him feel special. They increased his credit limit and offered him more cards. Carlos felt richer than ever. But there was a problem. When the first bills arrived, he noticed something terrifying. The $800 phone now cost over $1,200. With interest. Every buy now, pay later, purchase had turned into a bigger debt. Making minimum payments didn't lower his debt, it only covered the interest. Carlos was trapped. Months passed, and Carlos was still paying for things he had bought over a year ago. The bank called him every day demanding payments. His salary was no longer enough because interest kept increasing. He took out a loan to pay off his credit cards, and only got deeper into debt. Worst of all, he couldn't even remember what he had spent so much money on. One day, his credit card was blocked for non-payment, and his bank cut him off from getting any more credit. Now Carlos was not only drowning in debt, but also had a ruined credit score. Frustrated and out of options, Carlos decided to change his mindset. He cut up his credit cards and stopped taking out loans. He created a debt repayment plan, starting with the highest interest balances. He started saving and investing instead of spending without thinking. It took him years to climb out of the financial hole, but he learned a priceless lesson. Bank money is not your money. If you can't afford it in cash, you can't afford it with credit either. From that day on, Carlos decided that he would never fall into the credit card trap again. And when someone asked him why he didn't use credit cards, he always said, "Because I already learned what they really cost." Moral of the story. Credit cards aren't free money. They're debt with interest. Paying the minimum is a trap you never stop owing. If you can't afford it in cash, it's better not to buy it. Please subscribe to Rescue Pockets. Thanks for watching.